Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Inferno Friday. As most of you guys already know, Blizzard announced the Diablo 3 expansion Reaper of Souls at Gamescom this week. If you haven't heard about that, watch my video I just posted a few days ago. It's linked below in the description to get all caught up. But since then, we've gotten some interviews from Gamescom with people talking to Josh Mascara and other developers to get some more information on Reaper of Souls. And I just want to share some snippets of those interviews with you guys and give you guys my opinion. The first snippet comes from an interview with Athene. And Athene asks him about Nephilim Trials. Nephilim Trials is a new type of endgame that apparently Josh Mascara forgot to talk about in his presentation. But not to worry, he talks about them right here in this clip.
So we're in Nephilim Trials. These are little portals that you're going to step into, and we've created some really cool sort of challenge-based encounters. Like some of them you're going to sort of face wave after wave of monsters, and depending how quickly you can kill all those monsters, you'll be rewarded with a number of resplendent chests. First of all, you never know where you're going to find them, because it's a randomly spawned in the world. And when you find one, the idea is that you know they're escalating to the point, and your challenge is like, how far can you progress in the time that you have?
So I thought that was pretty cool. It looks like Nephilim Trials will not be the endless dungeon and will not be PvP, but I still think that's a cool idea that as you're farming, you might find a hell portal with a quick little challenge to change things up as you're farming. It does mean that the only announced new type of gameplay is loot runs. Although you could call Nephilim Trials a new type of gameplay, it's really just something that happens while you're farming. So I'm hoping we get some new announcements about different type of endgame content. They did say there's going to be a lot of different ways to play Diablo 3, and right now it's not looking that way. Later in that interview, Athene asked Josh Mascara if the Crusader would be the only class announced in the expansion, and some people said Josh Mascara's answer was ambiguous, or that he was avoiding the question. What do you guys think?
Is there any plans of releasing one more character?
The Crusader is the star of the hour with Reaper Souls.
After seeing that clip, some of the players were saying that that means there is no other class. The Crusader is going to be the other one, while other players were saying that he said star of the hour. That means they're going to announce another class later on. When I watched the YouTube video, the top comment at the time was actually that Josh Mascara was just avoiding the question altogether. But this interview with Kevin Martins by PC Games clears that right up.
Should we be looking out for more classes to be announced?
Nope, the Crusader is the class for the expansion.
So it looks like the Crusader is in fact the only class coming out in the expansion. I was kind of disappointed to hear that. It turns out that Josh Mascara was not avoiding the question. This is Josh Mascara avoiding the question.
Don't you think that players who bought a lot of legendary gear in the auction house and had really farm a lot of gold or even use their own real currency to buy this will be disappointed that now they can get legendary so easily?
Well, it's not that you're going to get legendaries so easily. And again, the thing to keep in mind is that there's a scale of legendaries. Like the really rare, super powerful legendaries are still going to be hard to find, right? So what we really wanted to do, especially when you're playing the game, for the first time in what we call story mode, if you're going from Act 1 to Act 5, we just want to be able to introduce the concept of legendaries, making sure the players are understanding that yes, these items are out there, and then as you get into the end game, you're going to see them drop a little bit more often, and again, to really sort of give you the sense of what's waiting for you out there.
But since Josh Mascara avoided the question, I'll go ahead and try to answer it myself. Yes, if you've put a bunch of money into the game and bought your own gear, it's going to suck for you because your gear is going to get replaced pretty much immediately.
No, not immediately.
Oh, okay. So if you have really good gear, it's going to take a while before you find upgrades.
If you have the very best items in Diablo 3, we still want you to get new items on a pretty regular basis.
Okay, moving on. Later in the interview with GameStar, they asked Josh Mascara if the console version of D3 would get the expansion as well, and Josh Mascara kind of gave an answer.
The first thing is we made sure we released a great PC game for Diablo 3. Then we spent a time with a small team sort of handcrafting the console version. And now we're back to the PC. We're working on Reaper of Souls. We're going to make sure it's really awesome. And then, obviously we have plans in the future. But again, we're really focusing on one platform at a time, making sure we're making all the right decisions for the platform before moving on to the next platform.
That sounds to me like, yes, they are making the expansion for the console as well, but who's surprised? Why wouldn't they make the expansion for the console? Also, as someone who played the demo reported, they've added at least one new gem to the game, the Diamond, and he thinks it gives plus to all res, but we'll probably find out more about that soon. That's all the new information I have about the expansion right now, but I'm sure I'm going to have some more updates over the coming weeks because, of course, like the devs have said,
But there's a lot of features we haven't talked about so far with this announcement. We had to pick and choose. There's so many features in this expansion. You've just got a taste of what's coming in Reaper of Souls.
Before we do our weekly 50 million gold giveaway, I just wanted to point out something that Diablo fans posted that I found very interesting. About a month ago, a player named Mr. Monstrosity made a forum post about what he would like to see in the Diablo 3 expansion, and one of his ideas was making legendaries of different tiers and showing some kind of effect on the ground to demonstrate what kind of tier that legendary belonged to. And he made this picture here, as you can see on the right side of the screen, where there's more sparkles for better legendaries. And as you can see from a screenshot on the left side of actual gameplay from Reaper of Souls, it has sparkles in it. So maybe they in fact did take Mr. Monstrosity's exact idea. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Every week I randomly pick one comment below the video and that person wins 50 million gold on EU or US. Last week's winner was the X-Manager 1. Congratulations, Manager. You've won 50 million gold. All you have to do if you win is come on over to Twitch and let me know in chat or leave me a Twitch message. I'll have you prove it's you on YouTube and I'll get you the 50 million gold as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and I'll have another one for you soon.